So, Moon in Sagittarius. And when we're talking about your moon placement, we're talking about your best way to nourish your soul, how to heal yourself from life difficulties. Sagittarius operates on three different levels. We're going to start with the first phase, and that's the archetype of the gypsy, the wanderer, the vagabond, the person who needs to make the whole world their home. So, the idea that life is full of people that I haven't met yet and full of opportunities that are yet to come. Travel is a very good thing for a person who has moon in Sagittarius. So the second phase of Sagittarius is the archetype of the scholar. Bottom line, what I would say is when in doubt, study. The feeling is that there's so much to learn and so little time to do that. So you're on a quest to expand your knowledge. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, become a college or a university professor. There's all kinds of ways to study. The opposite sign is Gemini, of course, and the axis of Gemini Sag is the axis of knowledge. But if Gemini is like the journalist who collects data and is open-minded to ideas and to knowledge, but doesn't really have to commit to one point of view, Sagittarius is the columnist, okay? Sagittarius is about connecting the dots and synthesizing life's experience into wisdom. So committing to a point of view. Now, the shadow of Sagittarius is becoming fanatical and too opinionated, okay? But we're not going to the shadow. The whole idea is to become self-aware. And so we reach the third level, the archetype of the philosopher. This has to do with understanding, the desire to understand what we're doing here. What is the meaning of all this? What it's all about. In all of these levels that I just talked about, there's a need for freedom. And there's a very good and deep reason why you need this freedom. Because if you're confined to a life that's very routine, and predictable, tomorrow is more or less the same thing as today, which would work fine for other people. That's going to make a Sagittarius moon person depressed and sad, and there's this feeling of emptiness, okay? Because we're talking about nourishment and healing. The idea with the Sag moon is taking leaps of faith. Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter has to do with expansion, with luck, but also with having faith in the future, in tomorrow, that tomorrow can be better. If I take this leap of faith, then that's a good thing for me to do. Not to be too cautious about taking that new job in a foreign country, even if I don't know the language and I don't know anybody there. Sagittarius it's kind of a life of making interesting mistakes, because even if you made a mistake or something went wrong, you're going to learn something from that. Remember, synthesizing life experience, integrating it all, and becoming wiser for that.